Here we are, another stroke recovery walk. Yep, today's walk is on a new trail. I moved to a new apartment by a new trail. I moved with a roommate. I'm splitting the rent. You see, back in September, I was paralyzed. The whole right side of my body was paralyzed back in September. And it took me forever I was in a panic. By October, I was able to use a walker, but it was real hard to use that walker because I still felt paralyzed on the entire right side of my body. And so I applied for Social Security early retirement because I had just turned 62 the month before my stroke, and looked to seek an old friend or something for a roommate so I could make it splitting the rent, like $900 a month can't pay the rent in Colorado Springs, and that's all I get, so I had to find a roommate or I'd, eventually fall in a hole. And so everything worked out. I got a roommate, and I got a apartment of his choice. I love it. He did a good job picking, and I think my friend is pretty talented on the computer with all his video games he plays and stuff like that. I guess having a friend that's a bit of a geek is actually a good thing. It looks like somebody got prickle foot. I got it. Oh, my baby. That hurt me too, but she can walk now. Anyway, we're on a new trail far from the old apartment. I pretty much moved almost everything that we got. And of course, I'm doing a stroke recovery walk. I'm feeling a lot better because I'm on Zoloft, or half a Zoloft. At first, I was concerned with losing neuroplasticity being on Zoloft because it messes with the ability of the anyway, I read up on it, and it turns out the experiments that they were doing on Zoloft, they did think of that if you're messing with a neuron's ability to recapture the serotonin, then what kind of neurons are going to come out when the hippocampus is cranking out nerve cells? And are they going to be inefficient nerve cells? So I read all about it, and it works out that I can still crank out good nerve cells in my hippocampus without the Zoloft keeping me, feeling kind of bodied up, which is kind of nice. I'm up, and then I also this is Colorado. So I also have edibles so I got Zoloft for depression, because, being crippled is depressing. And then I've got edibles for when I'm angry with my situation, because when you had a stroke, you get, on occasion, angry with your situation. And I'll tell you what, Bob, throw down some edibles, like high dose, Lannis, or something, and just enjoy your day. Of course, I wouldn't do it during a dog walk. I don't, the balance is too important during a dog walk. You have to kind of be sitting at home and less walking if you do chomp down some edibles. But yeah, say I'm angry with having had to retire at 62. When I was doing fine. I was buying a used car, making payments. I was working all the time. Now I can probably last maybe 3 hours, good hearty walking, and that's pretty much trying to keep her going in the same direction. Like we're going easterly right now. We're gonna want to go east, but eventually we'll have to go north, and then we'll have to go west. So I've got to steer her, or she'll go east until she falls over. She doesn't change direction once she starts traveling in direction. I do. I go in a giant circle. Today I'm gonna go in a big circle from the apartment. I'm gonna try to last about 4 hours tops. Used to be I would walk the trails of the mountains for 12, 13 hours with her, because they had most of the old trails were 12 and 13 mile trails, and her sniffing every tree up in the mountains cost me 12 to 13 hours walk. Real slow, but too dangerous for me now. I'm here on flat ground. Yeah, I might as well stay on flat ground. So I'm still walking my dog for 3 hours a day. I've got speech therapy on Friday. I've got 2 physical therapies on Thursday. Every little piece of a day I can stand. But the problem is, I used to work 8-hour days and then go on a dog walk. And now, I can only do the dog walk. It's like 3 or 4 hours, and some reason, no matter how, I did drink 2 cups of coffee before I left, but for some reason, I can only last 3 or 4 hours walking her, and then I have to lay down. I don't know why, because I used to be able to work 8 hours a day, and then do a 3-hour dog walk, and now I can only really do the 3-hour dog walk so having a stroke costs you a good 8 hours of energy a day is the way I look at it. It's a very costly energy consumption. So whatever you do, don't have a stroke. And if you do have a stroke, at least walk your dog.